Well, hey there, it's that coding guy here, and gonna do a little bit of a different video here. I cruise Reddit quite a bit. I cruise learn programming and learn Java and CS careers a bit, and I see a very common question, and that is, I'm new to programming and I have no idea which language to choose. Help! I don't know which to choose. And I think people are so afraid of making a choice that might be wrong. And what I would say to you, if you're in that position, is unless you have a really specific goal in mind at the end, the choice that you make is not necessarily going to be wrong. Let's take a look at this IEEE set of graphs we've got here. They have several different ways to slice and dice this based on different weights. And so for this spectrum weighting, we've got what? Python, C, C++, and C#, the Cs. We've got Java, we've got SQL, and we've got JavaScript. And then kind of they drop off after that. If we go to the jobs weighting, we've got, again, right, we've got SQL, Java, Python, JavaScript, and the Cs. And then we've got, on trending, we've got Python, Java, the Cs, and JavaScript and SQL hanging in. So that's the thing, man. Doesn't matter, pick one. Although, maybe I'll get flamed for this, but I wouldn't necessarily consider SQL a programming language. But it's still a highly in-demand skill. So that's the thing. There's not necessarily a wrong way to go here. Don't get bogged down in the analysis paralysis. If you just want to learn to program, maybe you're looking to get a job, just punch it. Pick one and punch it. Some languages are slightly better at different things. They're more widely used for certain things. Python's really used for crunching data and stuff like that. But the thing is, here's the secret, right? Once you pick up one language, no matter what it is, and you pick up fundamental programming concepts like control flow with looping and conditions and how to define a function, and pick up some of those best practices with, good naming, variable naming, and good function naming, and small reusable functions. Once you get the foundations of that in one language, picking up the next language is just syntax, because you'll have some crystallized concepts in your brain. So let's say you started with Java, for example, and now you're trying to pick up C#. Now you're like, oh, a for loop in Java is like this, but over here in C#, it's like that, but it's a little different here. It goes much faster. At the end of the day, you're basically just having to look up syntax. And that's one of the secrets out there, is remember and study the concepts and then go look up the syntax. Experienced developers out there all the time have to remember how to declare an array or do this or do that. And fundamental things in the language they use a lot. Still, it just doesn't stick in their brain. Like, how did you do that again? What was the method for that one thing? It's at the tip of our fingers with Google. So don't sweat that stuff. So, as I said, if you just want to learn to program, have a good time with it, maybe get a job, and you're not sure exactly what your end goal is other than that, pick a language. Don't sweat it. Pick one, dive in, and get started. There are lots of communities out there for help, and there's nothing you can't do if you put your mind to it and go out there and take a step. So that's my advice. Hope it's helpful.